And we're back here in Bethpage at the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center for Game 2 of Varsity here on the LI Sports Network. It's another varsity matchup, Plainview-Old Bethpage Island Trees against Wantagh Seaford Plainedge. The Kings and the Hawks set to do battle here at the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center. Joined alongside Sam Musnick, Anthony Papasadero, and Rowan Loddick. I am Brady Campbell saying hello once again. The first game just concluded a 9-2 win for Friends Academy North Shore over Cold Spring Harbor. A 4-goal, 2-assist performance from Damon Datlow in that one. Got to chat with me afterwards, talk about his highlight reel goal to close it out as well, and we'll see who will be our player of the game here tonight between two very good teams. That was a battle between two winless teams and a huge win for Friends. This is Wantagh Seaford Plainedge coming in at 5-2, so they played a few more games than a lot of the teams, but they are in first with 10 points. 9-0 over Cold Spring Harbor back on December 3rd. Last time out, Matthew Mulder led the way, 3 goals, 2 assists. The WSP captain, Mark Fama, had a goal and 2 assists, and Matthew Scaccia, 2 goals, 1 assist. Debbie Curry pitched the shutout, and they're on the 2-game winning streak. Meanwhile, the Hawks also back on the third, a 5-3 win over Friends Academy North Shore when they were, a 2-0 lead slip, and they fell behind 3-2 late in the hockey game and put up 3 straight goals, a third of which was an empty netter to complete the late 3-2 comeback. Daniel Lee put up 2 goals, 2 assists in that one. And Robert Lee had a goal and an assist. Both the Lees played a huge role in that comeback towards the end, as they look to pick up a big victory. Vincenzo Papaandrea also had a goal and 2 assists, and the win going to Ryan Silver. They've won 3 of their last 4. They're 3-2-1, 9 points, second place, just 1 behind WSP. Warm-ups concluding. We'll take a brief timeout. When we come back, starting goalies and puck drop on the way here on the LI Sports Network. And we are back and ready for puck drop between the Hawks and the Kings. Separated by 1 point at the top of the standings. Still only early December, but a big game nonetheless. Starting goalies first for WSP. They go with number 3, Peter Tuminello. 4 starts, 3.75 goals against average. He's 3-1 on the season. Down the other end, number 88, Ryan Silver. 2 starts, 3.87 goals against. He is 1-0. He defends the goal to our right. Tuminello, the twine to our left. WSP in the black. Going left to right, going right to left is Plainview-Old Bethpage in the white uniforms, and we're underway. WSP controls the opening draw. The captain, Mulder, gave it away, and it's put back behind the net. On the forecheck is Daniel Lee. Coming off a career game last time out, but look out here, potential 2-on-1. This is Mulder. Holds, saucer pass, backdoor, just out of the reach on the intended target. Kyle Connors with an S. Robert Lee in on the forecheck. It's loose at the side of the net, a tough angle try, and Silver holds his post and gets the whistle. Plainview-Old Bethpage having themselves a heck of a start to the season. The record only one game over 500, and they do, of course, have that one tie as well. With a huge comeback to be 3-2 rather than 2-3, and they've won 3 of their last 4. WSP started the season 3-0, fell back down to earth a little bit, but they're on a 2-game winning streak. Turnover here, chance from the circle, and a save by Tominello. C-9 Matthew Winslow. Kept in, though, by Plainview. Up the wall it goes, now back down to the corner. To the half wall. This is Dean Birch. Fires it out. Available in the slot. And it's center ice, and Caleb Cohen picks it up, throws one on goal from the slot, and it's gloved and held by Tominello. .23 left, opening period of play. By now we would have had 2 goals up on the board last game. Fast-paced start to that one. This one flying as well, but the goalies have held so far. Anthony DiStefano down the boards, had it taken away by Mulder. Chips it up the boards, coming in to help Sean Costello. Fired hard around, Colin Kurtzman there. Kurtzman draws the pressure from Jacob Ricciardi and gets it out. Turned over and back in Chase Gindy. Gindy flips it towards the goal, steered away, and now it's Kurtzman. A little bit of a shorter bench tonight, it appears, for WSP. As back in, a shot on goal, Costello, save made. Missing the likes of, noticeably, Colin Height, number 16, the goals leader and the points leader for this team, 8 goals, 13 assists. To the line, DeRosa deflected down, and it looked like it caught the post, and it's cleared out by WSP for an icing. DeRosa shot hit something in front and clanked off the iron. The Hawks that close to drawing first blood in this one. Just about 3 minutes gone. The captain, Robert Lee, to take the draw. Behind the net it goes. Wrapped around DeRosa towards the goal and wide. Held in the attacking zone. Now getting on it is Mulder. We'll just play it up the boards to a teammate. D'Amico returns it back towards Andrew Versace. Stalwart back there for this Kings team. DeRosa steps up and holds the puck in. Tried to center for a teammate in the form of Daniel Lee. Couldn't get it through. Lines up on the stick of DeRosa from the slot. Trying to get a stick free. Could not. Good defense that time by Mulder. Seems like he's been out there this whole game. Only about 4 minutes old, but that's still a very long shift. Charles Mathiesen over the line. Mathiesen inside out. Lost in the skates. Tough angle try. At the side of the net was stopped by Silver. He overplayed it a bit, but kept it out. Varsity picking up steam as Plainview-Old Bethpage in the change. Varsity takes it low, wraps it around, tried to leave it in front. It's knocked away. Kurtzman off the bench. Nice move to shake himself open, then finds a teammate. Save made, and then toe picking down to the ice was Rotondaro after he's looking for his own rebound. What a play by Kurtzman to set that up. Back the other way, Cohen trying to knife his way through, could not. He's checked by Rotondaro, goes up the boards. Here's Mathiesen to the line. Held in again. And Kurtzman will flip it out on the back end, looking for Connors. Stick lift allows him to be the first one on it. Kyle Connors lost an edge, and it's cleared back out. Kurtzman sees some open ice. He's going to take advantage of it. Now has the puck knocked away, but retrieves it again. And the defenseman behind the goal line centers it in front, loose in the crease, and jumping on it, Silver. WSP with one of their better looks so far here in period number 1. 5.5 played. Face off to the left here of Silver. Rotondaro back to Kurtzman. Goes D to D. Look out here. Dangerous pass. Knocked away and back out. Ari Clarfield streaking after it. Just chops it cross corner. Up the boards. Ray Tao. Going after it. Shrieking through here just offside was Dean Birch. Face off just outside Plainview zone, and they win the draw cleanly and start back in. Lee left it behind, thrown towards the front. He got a stick on it. Cleared back out. Costello had it knocked off his stick. Great defensive play by Ray Tao. Versace down the near side. Versace tough angle try, missed it high. Held in by the Kings. Shot from the line, Pensavecchia ends up in the corner. Mulder takes it to the right point and stops, has some time, goes down to the corner for Costello. Costello turning, flips one towards the high slot, intercepted, and worked back out to center by Clarfield. Hawks make a change as Versace back in. Versace towards the slot. Had it knocked away. Held in by Costello. Taken away by the Hawks and sent in for Papandrea. Pensavecchia takes it from him. Thomas Pensavecchia. 2 assists on the young season for him. Sends it ahead to Mulder. It's turned right back around by Lee. Now Robert Lee. Forced to backtrack back out to center. Antonio DeRosa. Lee. Offside. As it was going to turn into a good look there for the Hawks. Perhaps that was why. As Jamison McCotter stepped in too soon. Half a period played, still scoreless. Pretty tight checking game here between the Hawks and the Kings. Lee wraps it around, and Lee after it. Daniel to Robert, back to Daniel, who missed on the short side. McCotter throws one right through the paint. DeRosa in to get it. DeRosa, nice couple of moves there. Gets turned around, throws it towards the point, no one home. Comes back down for Silver. He'll leave it for DeRosa. Daniel Lee. Over to Clarfield. Clarfeld ahead. Back in Cohen. Couldn't get that one through. DeRosa pinches down to hold it in with his team completing their changes. DeRosa again. Cuts back. Antonio DeRosa down the board, center towards the front, angled off the outside of the goal, and the backhand try. Stopped by Tominello, and he gets the whistle. Denying Cohen that time. These two teams as neck and neck as it gets, separated by 1 point. Suppose as it gets would be tied in points, but 10 points for WSP, 9 for Plainview-Old Bethpage, plus 12 goal differential for the Hawks, plus 13 for the Kings. Meanwhile, it's a power play for the Hawks upcoming. Rotondaro will sit. I didn't quite see for what. We'll get the answer in a moment, but to the power play goes Robert Lee and his Hawks. Lee gets turned around at the half wall. Centers it. Daniel Lee down low. Touched on by Winslow. Lee to Lee. Didn't get enough on the shot. Slowed up for Tominello. Great passing here by Plainview to start. Lee cuts towards the front. Pass down low. Up top. Shot may have been deflected by Daniel Lee. Say made Tominello. Kings clear. Mulder looking for a short-handed rush. Brought in, nice move. Kurtzman throws one on. Say made. Good short-handed look there. Silver comes up big. Now it's a 3-on-1 going the other way. DiStefano slides it over. Kurtzman getting it done at both ends. And then the rebound try was stopped as well. Another short-handed wrap chance for Mulder when it go. How about that sequence? Full 200 feet for Colin Kurtzman. Had the short-handed chance. Comes back and breaks up that pass, which still almost ended up resulting in a goal as it went right back to DiStefano, but a great save by Tominello going from his left to right. Half a minute left on the penalty. Back in Plainview-Old Bethpage. Shot on, save, Tominello. Rotondaro off for roughing. Just 19 ticks left on the penalty. 4:34 left. Scoreless first period. On the boards it goes. Kurtzman around to Rosa. Fumbled it at the line. Just kept it away from Mathiesen, who was nearly off to the races. Dumped in by DeRosa, no icing, and that'll kill the remainder of the penalty. Rotondaro back out onto the ice, so we'll head to the bench for a quick change. Replaced by D'Amico. Plainview 0 for 1, not without a lack of chances for both sides. D'Amico. Now Kurtzman. Pass deflected by Connors, and now Pensavecchia. Had 3 Hawks after him, and he moves it deep. DeRosa turns the corner around his own goal, and Antonio DeRosa flying through neutral ice. DeRosa towards the front, what a move, and he was stopped. DeRosa, coast to coast, everything but the finish. Tominello makes the save. Shot down low, this time it wouldn't go again. And then another shot misses wide. Tominello having himself an opening frame. D'Amico offside. What a start it's been. WSP, top to bottom, their roster. Offensively, defensively, Their special teams, their goaltending, Tomanello and Curry, outstanding so far. Definitely meeting a test tonight. And another chance, Tomanello blocker save. It catches the netting. Meanwhile, the only goalie not here tonight for Plainview-Old Bethpage, Udit Suri, 3 starts, a 1.65 goals against average. If you want goaltending, this is certainly the matchup. Versace. Now Cohen the steal, and another rush up the ice here for Plainview-Old Bethpage. Cohen moving in, knocked away by Kurtzman. Colin Kurtzman chops it around one, and here's a 3-on-2 with 2.5 left in the period. Rotondaro, save made, looking for the rebound was Kurtzman. It got by him. Cohen sweeps it ahead, potential 2-on-1 here with Cohen. Over the line, DiStefano trying to jam it. Another save. Back out in front, and another stop by Tomanello, this time on Benjamin Starr. Cleared ahead to Kurtzman, 1-on-1. Kurtzman, nice move. Kurtzman in, and he scores! What a first period for Colin Kurtzman. He gets the tuck, 1-0 Kings. We saw the play he made while short-handed. This time, a couple big saves again for Tomanello. Leads to a 1-on-1 rush turned breakaway for Colin Kurtzman. And look at the silky mittens there. 2:07 left, first period of play. 1-0 lead for WSP. Now it's Costello. Dumps it in. How will Plainview-Old Bethpage respond? That's a high shot, just missed that time. Off the stick of Costello. WSP putting more pressure on. Instead, now skating it out is Robert Lee. Lee drops it off. Taken away by Penzavecchia. Sends it ahead, not very far. And it's fired back in. Kurtzman's second goal of the season to go along with his 2 assists. Rotondaro and Birch get the helpers. It's another 2-on-1 here. Shot. Not sure if it made it through. Off the stick of Connors. Birch gets his 2nd assist of the season. Excuse me, his 5th, or 6th rather. And now this one's sent down the ice. Coming out of his goal, Tomanello just flips it around Daniel Lee. And Rotondaro picks up assist number 7. Centering pass blocked off. Another try in front, kicked away. And a 3-on-2 potentially. Actually, excuse me, that is the 3rd assist for Rotondaro this season. Now Daniel Lee, one of the 2 captains, along with Robert. In the final 30 seconds of the period, though, back in comes Mulder. Crucial chance here is nearly jammed home. Silver couldn't find the puck. Up top, Mathiesen shoots, save made, rebound up in the air, pinballs around, another try, sprawling out and keeping the puck out is Ryan Silver with 7.1 left. Face off to the right here of Silver. Deke towards the front. A shot on, just missed. WSP pressing for more in the final seconds, but they'll have to settle for the 1-0 lead at the end of 1. The late goal by Colin Kurtzman, 1 for the highlight reels, and the Kings lead the Hawks 1-0 after the first 15 minutes of play. We'll step aside for a quick break. When we come back, second period of action here on LI Sports Network. Back for period number 2 on the LI Sports Network for the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. It's a 1-0 lead. Wantagh, Seaford, Plainedge over Plainview-Old, Bethpage, Island Trees. Here on the LI Sports Network on the lone goal from Colin Kurtzman, his second of the season, late in period number 1. I'm Brady Campbell, joined alongside Rowan Lonick, Anthony Papasadero, and Sam Musnick as the period is down on period number 2. The puck is down. I knew that sounded weird. Connor's back in. Had a man wide open. That was Mulder. Pass got slowed up, though, as WSP pressing for another. Mathiesen tried to center. Pass got blocked. Top 2 teams here in Varsity Conference 2, separated by 1 point. Daniel Lee has Robert ahead. Robert Lee drops it to Daniel. To the circle. High shot missed. All the way around it comes. 2-on-1 WSP. Connors with Mathiesen. Connors drags and shoots. Blocked in front by DeRosa. Up and down we go as it comes over the Mulder. Matthew Mulder swoops behind the cage. Tried to drag his way through. Lee could not. And it's forced back out. Penzavecchia giving up to DeRosa. Here comes DeRosa again. Full head of steam to the circle. DeRosa takes it around. Tried to throw it in front. Does. Turn around shot by Lee wouldn't go. Now it's Penzavecchia. All the way around. DiStefano for Daniel Lee. Had Robert in front, but put it between him and Papandrea and all the way down. Both teams complete changes as DiStefano throws it in on goal. Played away by Peter Tomanello, who has certainly been the difference so far in this hockey game. Some incredible saves in that first period. Here's Connors. Dangles through, delayed offside. Back out comes Cohen. Cohen takes it wide. Cohen has a man in front, center, jam wide by Starr. Mathiesen gets it out. Rotondaro able to fish it away. Throws it across towards Connors. Played well by DiStefano. Gains the center red, puts it in deep. Penzavecchia reverses course. And it's played out to Connors. Connors off the skate that time of Birch. And behind the net, he goes down with one of the Hawks as it's tied up on the apron, and we get the whistle. With 12:15 left in period number 2. Face off to the left here of Silver. His team wins it behind their own cage, and Jamison McCotter to the line, held in by Kurtzman. Birch takes a little bit of a tumble, but ends up behind the goal. Look out here, wrap try in front, score! An errant puck behind the cage, taken and stuffed home by WSP, and they lead it 2-0. And Rotondaro, Johnny on the spot there behind the net. Held on to it too, an extra step, and was able to sneak it past Silver. And a huge insurance goal for WSP. Rosado right back in as Plainview looks to get back within 1. Thrown towards the goal, deflected high in the air, stays in play. Going to it, Connor Lohan springs it out. Rotondaro behind the defense, but that's a take a shot from the outside and miss. Now Robert Lee. There's a knock back out to center. Versace keeps it moving. Play down by Daniel Lee. Spins it behind. Dropped off. Kurtzman, the first one there. He puts it up into the netting and out of play. And he's certainly lucky this is the New York Islanders High School Hockey League and not the National Hockey League. But it will be an offensive zone draw for the Hawks as Lee tried to go forward with it, but it was intercepted and wrapped all the way down, and this will be another icing. Faceoff will come back down to the same spot just a few seconds later. 11:04 left here in the second period. Without the draw, a chance for Daniel Lee. Stopped by Tominello. He's certainly locked in tonight. Skied out towards the line and back out to center. DiStefano. Had it knocked back out to center and played away by Ray Tao from the red line, springs it in deep. Now it's Penzavecchia. Lee centers, comes across, score! And it's Daniel Lee that knocks it home and makes it a 2-1 game. Robert Lee gets the puck free in the corner, goes to Vincenzo Papaandrea. I think he was trying to just throw that towards the net. It hit something and went right to Daniel. He makes no mistake, and they finally solve Tominello with 10:32 left here in the second. Now DiStefano backhands it out. Waiting for it offside, though, was Versace, as Mathiesen couldn't touch up in time. Daniel Lee now officially overtakes sole possession of the team goals lead over Matthew Winslow. And Robert Lee maintains his pace as the leading assister with his 8th Apple of the Year. Behind it goes for McConnor. Turnover in the slot. Unable to pull the trigger that time, however, was Connors, and from the red line, dumped in by Cohen on goal. WSP trying to hold on to their 1-goal lead here as Plainview starting to press. Tie up along the kick plate, digging it free with a chance is Cohen. Couldn't get it through. Poked back out by Mulder and got a bit too much on it. This will go down for an icing. .932 left, second period. Face-off once again deep in the WSP Kings zone, but they win it and get the clear. McConnor went around him, but then Birch was defended by McConnor. That one deflected high into the zone and behind the cage. And Plainview-Old Bethpage will look to clear, and they'll do just that. Onto the tape of Winslow. Winslow moving in, dances to the backhand and scores! Winslow says, I see your 7th goal of the season and I raise you a 7th myself. It's a 2-2 game. Here's just some of what Matthew Winslow can do. Dances right through the slot. Gets to an open look and roots that backhander to tie this game just like that. Just a minute and 31 seconds after Daniel Lee's goal, and we're tied. WSP right back in, and that shot ramps high off the glass. So Winslow picks up his 7th of the season. Lone assist to DeRosa. Daniel Lee has a beat on the puck. Cuts back. Takes the high shot, glove save by Tomanello. Lone assist to DeRosa on that goal. He picks up helper number 4. And now Plainview pressuring again with another face-off deep in the WSP zone. 8:30 left in period number 2. And Mulder tossed out of the draw. Connors steps in to take it and wins it. Mulder got through Lee. Takes it behind the net. Now he's double teamed. He just has to move it up the boards. Stepping down to keep it alive, DiStefano. That's taken and cleared down. Now Mathiesen trying to use his speed to the outside. Cuts back to the circle, turns back forehand. Shot ramped off a stick and off the glass. Lee runs into Connors. Did Daniel, and now Robert Lee clears, and he gets knocked down. And it's going to be a penalty. Kyle Connors to the box for interference, and back to the power play. Goes Plainview-Old. Bethpage now with a chance to take the lead. Will set up in the far circle to the right of Tomanello's crease, and Robert Lee wins it back to DeRosa. Down the boards, Daniel Lee. Robert Lee. Lee. Rosado shoots, missed on the far side. It wraps all the way around and out, and Lee's got to hustle back in will. Versace, though, with the pressure, and Lee with a quick turn on him. Winslow had it knocked off his stick. Halfway through regulation time. We are back where we started when we dropped the puck. Tied up again. Back in comes Cohen. Out to the slot. DeRosa off a body in into the corner. Chopped up the boards. DeRosa at the half wall on it. Couldn't get through Kurtzman. And once again, Wantagh Seaford Plainedge clears. Lee's got to hustle. Mulder all over him. Mulder takes the puck and then lost the handle as he was in alone. Jess was able to get his stick free, but immediately lost the puck before he can make something happen. Now it's Rosado with 50 left on the penalty. Brings it back in. Antonio Rosado drops it off to Cohen. Cohen had Lee in front. Angles behind the goal. Lee back out Cohen. Cohen down low to Lee. Got by him, and now it's Winslow. Back for Daniel Lee. Up top towards Rosado, out of his reach and back out. And he's got to hustle. It's a foot race. Versace trying to lift his stick. Rosado beat him there. Has to move it, though. Just 20 left on the power play. Streaking in Papandrea. To the circle. Swings it in front. Intercepted by Pensavecchia. Final seconds of the power play, and that should pretty much kill it. Mathiesen to the red line. Drops it off, and it's fired in. Meanwhile, a chance right at the end of the power play is stopped. On the centering feed to Mathiesen. Post to post goes Silver just as Connor stepped out of the box. Big save for Ryan Silver. Keeps it tied. Versace offside as he tried to send it back in and hit Pensavecchia. Another draw controlled here by Plainview-Old Bethpage. Up the boards. Held in for a moment that time by Rotondaro, but it's cleared back out. Fishing for McCotter in a couple skates, and now back ahead, 2-on-1. Comes WSP, saucer pass just out of the reach of Pensavecchia. So the defenseman was up on the play. And it's cleared back out. Now it's a foot race. Hustling to it, Ari Klarfeld. Tough angle try, missed high. Comes back out, dangerous pass. Swept into the attacking zone for Plainview-Old Bethpage. Under 5 minutes left in the middle frame. DiStefano gets turned around, jams it up the boards. This is Papandrea. 3-on-2 if they push it. Papandrea had it poked away and back out. That was Kurtzman again making the play. This puck goes up into the netting and out of play with 4:28 left. Face-off now will be deep in the Plainview zone on the near side to the right of Silver. Plainview let a lead slip last time, then fell behind and had a late miracle comeback. They have a 2-goal comeback here tonight as WSP looking to get the momentum back themselves. Centering pass here, intercepted by Mulder as it came all the way out. 2-on-2, now 3-on-2. Mulder, Connors with him. It comes back to Connors, who scores! Kyle Connors responds and gets the lead back for WSP. Mulder trying to dangle through, knocked off his stick, right back out to Connors. He drags and roosts this one high glove. A huge goal for Wantagh. Seaford Plainedge snags the momentum back with 4:03 remaining. Matthew Mulder starts the rush ahead. Mathiesen over. Connor shoots again. Blocked down by Rosado. This is Mathiesen. Kurtzman towards the goal. Now the man in front. It goes wide. Plainview digs it free, but gives it away to Connors. Connors under some heat. Trying to knife his way through was Cohen. Could not. Connors. Mathiesen holds the lines. Connors in down the circle. Didn't pull the trigger. As Mathiesen for one-timer and a huge right pad save by Silver. Mathiesen upends one of the Hawks in front. Couldn't quite see who it is. And now a steal and a breakaway. Winslow trying to pull away. Winslow diving poke by Versace. Boy, the defense has been in fuego tonight for the Kings. Now he springs Mathiesen going the other way. Tried to drop it to Connors. It was intercepted by Rosado. 3 minutes left in the period. Rosado over the line. Rosado to the slot. Shoots blocked by Versace. And he gave it away to him. Cohen in to help, but it's knocked away by Connors. Under 3 minutes left. Connors streaking in. Connors to the circle. Left it behind the goal. To the line. Held in, high up in the air, and to the near side. This is Mathiesen. Sweeps it back behind the goal. Mulder. Drops it to Connors. Banks it out, Penzavecchia. Fakes. Lost it a bit. Now goes back down to Mulder. Two-on-two battle here. And now it's taken away by Plainview-Old Bethpage. They look to start the attack. Slowed up, though, and Daniel Lee will take his time as his team makes it changes. Under 2 minutes left in the second. Lee behind the goal, send it in front towards Robert Lee. Another turnaround try, missed. So thrown towards the goal by Papandrea. Cleared out. Nice job that time by DiStefano. Now it's taken away with 90 seconds left in the frame. Penzavecchia look in the center. Great defensive play that time. Sliding down by McConnor. Pops out towards the slot. Papandrea will clear. Put it towards Lee. Lee just throws it cross ice. Knocked down by Penzavecchia. And back in comes Lee. Lee down the slot, high shot glove down by Tomanello with 68 seconds left. Plainview take advantage of this favorable face-off. They might. Tough angle try. Goes high off the stick of Tao. Final minute of period 2. Shot from the blue line. Fanned on by Clarfell. Gets a stick free, though, and keeps the play alive. Goes down for Warren Chang, who attempts to center. Couldn't get it through. It gets by McConnor and out. And a foot race, and the first one on, it's going to be D'Amico. D'Amico gave it up to Clarfeld, however. It gets wrapped around for Chang, who banks it out. 30 seconds left. WSP touches up. Plainview clears the zone. Intercepted, delayed offside here, though, and Rotondaro takes it back. Sent in. Here comes WSP. 5 seconds left. Shot from the outside. Missed. Can Pensavecchia keep it? He can. Do they have time for one last shot? No. And the second period comes to an end. Well, 2 goals from Plainview-Old. Bethpage get the game tied up. Lee and then Winslow, but Kyle Connors with 4:03 left in the period. The difference right now, 3-2 WSP. Will be back for the third for the NYIHSHL shortly here on LI Sports Network. We're back for period number 3. New York Islanders High School Hockey League on the LI Sports Network. Varsity Conference 2 action. The 3-2-1 Plainview-Old Bethpage Island Trees Hawks and the 5-2-0 Wantagh Seaford Plainedge Kings. Knotted up in a tight one. It's a 3-2 lead. Kyle Connors in on the forecheck. His go-ahead goal has WSP out in front as the puck is down on period 3. If you're just joining us, welcome in. It was a 2-0 lead early on in the second for Wantagh Seaford Plainedge, and then 2 quick goals from Lee and Winslow tied the game, but Connors answers back late. Icing here just 20 seconds in against Plainview. Towards the line, tie up right at the blue line. Puck along the kick plate comes free now. Daniel Lee one-on-one. Lee. Puck went and settled down for him, and Mulder took it. He'll just bank it out. And Rosado goes D to D. Stretch pass on towards Lee. Trying to sell the bouncing puck. Versace knocked it back out. Connors trying to bring it with him. Robert Lee takes it away. Daniel to Robert. Robert the cutback. Down the slot. Trying to dance through. It's knocked to the line. Held in by McCotter. Now Versace. Chopped out. Look out here. Connors behind the defense. Breakaway. Kyle Connors. Save made by Silver. Had to have it. Connors looking for back-to-back there. Instead, here's Daniel Lee back in. Lee centered towards the goal. Mathiesen takes it away and sweeps it out towards Connors. Connors, Mathiesen trailing. Connors tried to drag it through, unable to do so. Rosado locked up by Mathiesen. Mulder in to help. Chipped ahead, though, for Robert Lee. Lee, errant pass to Kurtzman. Delayed offside. Kings touch up. Back in comes Papandrea. Papandrea tries to center. He's just out of the reach of Cohen. Cohen gets to it. Cohen backhands one towards the front. Winslow didn't get a whole lot on it. Mathiesen couldn't get it out. Held in by DiStefano. Kurtzman finds it in his skates. Now Mathiesen up for Rotondaro, chips it ahead. Connors to the circle. Connors fought off again by Silver. Oh, look out that time. It was centered towards the front of the goal. Deflected off of Ray Tao, and Silver had to make a left pad save there. 3 minutes gone, third period. Here's Winslow charging in. Winslow, high slot, throws one on goal, steered aside by Tominello. Thrown back in front. Chance from the slot, fired wide by Starr. Up top, Starr, one-timer, slowed up and blocked. Cohen whacking at it. Cohen shot deflects up into the netting and out of play. .11:36 left. Period number 3. WSP looking for win number 6 already this season. Plainview-Old Bethpage looking for their 4th. Here's Rosado. Deflected out, and the Hawks start ahead. Played in by Clarfell, taken back by Versace. Separated from the puck by Clarfell. And jammed at towards the goal by Versace. And then he tried to center. Costello gets tied up. Versace trying to take it free. Costello into help. Throws it on goal. Save made. 11 minutes to play. Rosado leads the charge. The offensive defenseman back in. Rosado tried to drag it through. Could not. And look out, Birch ran into his own teammate. Worked out, though. Pass across, deflected. And held in at the line by Costello. Low hand with him. Couldn't get the pass through, and now it's Chase Gindy up the boards. Held in by Versace. Followed up, though, by Gindy. Gindy, Versace poking at it. Gindy swatted it ahead. Pensavecchia tied up with Clarfell. And then the collision right here as well as Jack Landman put a hit into Lohan. Back in, a rush up the ice. Rosado fanned on the shot from the circle. That's one he's going to want back. Down the ice it goes, icing with 9:59 on the clock. Plainview-Old Bethpage. Going on the attack here, trying to get the equalizer. Chopped out in front, Leon! Bouncing puck up on edge, and it was stopped by Tominello. Lee keeps the play alive. Cohen centers it, Lee again, blocked. Back-to-back one-timers from the slot. Can't ask for much better looks. It comes around, held in by DiStefano. Wraps it all the way around. Mulder. Centering pass, deflects up in the air and back out. Tao sends it across. And look out, the steal. Mathiesen has a teammate in front, cuts back on the forehand and couldn't get it through. Up the boards it comes. And now streaking ahead with it is Cohen. Cohen to the circle. Benzavecchia got a stick on it. Cohen throws it down low. Mathiesen gave it away to Robert Lee. Goes up top. Point shot. Goes high. Big rebound. Cohen gets locked up, and then Mathiesen with time. Try to send Connors ahead, but it's intercepted. And backhanded back in by DiStefano. WSP now starts to charge ahead, looking for an important insurance goal with 8 minutes to play. That shot ramps up and into the glove of Silver, who will get the whistle. .8:16 left. Crucial face-off here. Rotondaro tries the stick lift. Still loose. Now a chance from the slot. In and out of the glove of Silver. A couple whacks at it, and it stays out. Huge couple saves for Silver. Now streaking ahead. Winslow trying to dangle through. Unable to do so. Defended by Versace. Takes the puck away. His centering pass never made it through. Now Rosado D to D. Delayed offside here. Starr has to touch up, as does Winslow. Pass fired ahead. Kings looking for another. Shot towards the goal, steered aside. Halfway through the third period, score has not changed since the second. On the go-ahead goal by Connors. Here's Versace. Has to go all the way back to get it. Plays it ahead. It's stolen. Worked out towards Birch. Rotondaro leaves it for Birch. Birch cuts back in the high slot. Throws a pass down towards Kurtzman. He just plays it down the wall. Rosado. Flying again. Rosado cuts back. Hit the post. What a move he made on Benzavecchia there to get a good look, and he rang the iron. All the way around it comes and back out. Inches from a tie game. Instead, it's Kurtzman. Long stretch pass to Benzavecchia. Benzavecchia takes it wide. Tries to center. Doesn't make it through. Birch trying to jam it on. Does, and it's stopped by Silver, who gets the whistle. Just over 6 minutes left. Big D-zone face-off win. And now Daniel Lee in after it, but it's skied back out. And Silver forced to cover it with Connors nearby. This time it's controlled by Cohen, who skates it out. Cohen. And it knocked away, stays with it, centers it in front. Big save on Lee. Robert Lee that close to a tie game. Tomanello. Just one of his many fine stops as that one skied up high into the ceiling and out of play by Kurtzman. How about this chance? Kind of a nothing play as Cohen got forced off to the wall, but centered it for Lee for a great look. A shot on off the draw by Cohen was stopped. And another face-off here. Here's Cohen. Throws it across, right point. Shot from the circle, redirected and glove down. Mulder trying to shake free. Versace just hammers it around. Connors out to Mathiesen. Mathiesen trying to get through. Takes it wide. Centers. Connors blocked in front. And feeling the effects of that one, DiStefano. A huge block. Rosado back in. Rosado shoots, ramps off a stick and into the glass. DiStefano keeps the play alive. Centering pass. Cohen was open. It never made its way to him. Under 5 minutes left. Connors in after it. He's beaten there by Daniel Lee. Lee, though, under heavy pressure. Gave it away. Kurtzman put it too tall. Rosado gave it away to Versace. All the way down. Ryan Silver leaves it to an open area. Kurtzman's the first one there. To the side of the goal. Sharp angle try. Mathiesen couldn't get it up, and it was stopped by Silver again. Out to Winslow. 2-on-2. Nice move. Winslow has a teammate with him. Couldn't drag it by the second time, and Versace skates it out. Andrew Versace had it knocked away. And here comes Plainview again. Winslow back in. Drops it off. Jammed up the boards by Papandrea. Center, Winslow looking for it, Lee. Unable to find it was Starr. And able to find it, Connors. Connors takes it wide. Brings it towards the front. Jammed on goal. I believe it slid 5-hole. Through Silver and out the other side and wide. Plainview catches a break. Shot from the point stopped. To the line. Pensavecchia on. Another save. Cleared out, but right to Pensavecchia. Right back in. Connors drops it to Mathiesen. 3 minutes remaining. Goes to the point. D-to-D Pensavecchia. Misplayed it, but stays with it. He's the first one on it. Centers off the outside of the goal. Wrap try right through the crease. Kings putting the pressure on here. Up one in the late stages of the third. Plainview's got to get the puck. Got to keep an eye soon on Silver if they can. Shot. Save made. On Kurtzman that time. It comes to Pensavecchia. Takes it down to the corner. Centers in front. Score! Mathiesen on the one-timer. With just 2:20 to go, gets the insurance marker. How about that shift from WSP? Plainview definitely going to be the team to pressure and take chances here, but WSP all over them. And eventually it ends up in the back of the net. And now certainly desperation time for Plainview. Mathiesen with his fourth of the year. Plainview in. Glove save Tomanello on Cohen on the tricky backhand shot. And his goal is silver as Tomanello makes another save. Lee has his brother in front and a save made. Robert to Daniel, stopped by Tomanello. Lee redirection and scores. Hold your horses. Daniel Lee has his second with 113 seconds to play. Just as Silver was getting to the bench. Stopped on the one-timer, goes back to the net, redirection, rebound, jams it home. And Plainview has a life. Rosado back in. Still in his crease is Silver. Rosado up top. Thrown down to the corner. To the bench goes Silver. Extra attacker on. Return feed. Backhand shot. Right pad save. 6 on 5 for Plainview-Old Bethpage Island Trees. Cohen trying to center. Intercepted. Connors staring down an empty net. Had it knocked away. Plainview touches up. Cohen back in. Cohen to the circle. Cohen on goal. Save made. Mathias in on it. Head up. Ahead. Connors staring at an empty net. Scores! With 58.7 to go. Connors his second. Puts the bow on this circle. Cohen on goal. Save made. Mathias in Two-goal game for Kyle Connors. Head up. Ahead. Connors staring at an empty net. Score! Gets that one down the ice and into the empty net. And just about locks this one up. Give Mathias in the assist. Plainview-Old Bethpage. A few rallies coming back from down 2-0. Down 4-2. They do get one late and press. But it looks like they're going to run out of time here. Tie up at the half wall. It comes out. Back in his net is Silver, but Connors, potential breakaway. Winslow hustling back and does a good job there. Mathiasen puts a hit on him. Final 30 seconds. Pensavecchia hammers it in. Silver out of his crease. Sent down the ice. Robert Lee to Daniel Lee. One last chance. Has a few teammates joining the rush. 5 seconds to play. Centering pass intercepted. That'll do it. A 5-3 win tonight for Wantagh. Seaford Plainedge. Back and forth in the end. Kyle Connors the difference tonight. 2 goals. The go-ahead goal that made it 3-2. Mathiasen gets what ends up being the game winner, and Connors the insurance as well. Wantagh Seaford Plainedge improves to 6-2-0 on the season as Plainview-Old Bethpage Island Trees drops to 3-3-1. Big night for WSP. Stick around. We'll have a post-game interview coming up next. Before we say goodbye, you're tuned in to the New York Islanders High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network. Time out.
Thank you.
No problem. All right. Back at the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center after a 5-3 win tonight for WSP. We're here with tonight's star of the game, Kyle Connors. Kyle, 2-goal performance for you, big win tonight. Great start to the season for you guys. What could you say about your team's overall performance tonight?
Well, at the beginning of the season, we were on a really hot start, and then we started losing a couple games, and we getting back at it, getting in the win column.
Absolutely a huge win for you guys. You guys have come out on fire to start the season. A big part of that is your goaltending, whether Tumanello or Curry is in that. Tumanello made some incredible stops today. What do you have to say about the way he's performed? He certainly backstopped you guys, gave you a chance early, and then you guys kind of pulled away late.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely keeping us in the games, I mean, you can't win without a good goalie, and that's what happened tonight,
Absolutely, Kyle. And last question, of course, 2 goals tonight. You got what ended up being the go-ahead goal, and then, of course, the insurance tally with the empty net goal. What were you thinking as you were heading up ice there and Mulder kind of lost the puck and ended up on your stick? Were you trying to go high glove?
I was trying to pick my spot, I found the puck, and I just ripped it and went in.
That's the way to do it, Kyle Connors. Looking more like Kyle Connor tonight. 5-3 win for WSP. Kyle, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck the rest of the way. Have a good night. That'll do it for our coverage here tonight in Bethpage. Thank you so much for tuning in. Friends Academy, North Shore, and Wantagh Seaford Plainedge come away with the victory. For everyone here on LISN, Anthony Papasadero behind the camera right now, Sam Musnick, Rowan Laddick, I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The final score here in game number 2, Wantagh Seaford Plainedge Kings 5, and the Plainview-Old Bethpage Island Trees Hawks 3. You've been tuned in to the New York Islanders High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network. Have a great night.